Welcome to I Game Around. You know what? I'm changing my tagline or my title or whatever. I can't say some niggas didn't like that name so they could eat a dick. That's just mad weird. Hold on, I gotta put this on mute because I forgot about it. Anyway, today I am joined with one of, I would consider, I'm gonna put this out here. I don't follow people at all. Everybody knows I'm not on social media. So when I'm on YouTube, there's only 4 people I'm subscribed to when their channels. There's Joe Budden, there's the Company Man, then there's my show. Okay. There's only one more person after that, and that is who I'm joined with today. That's Doggie Diamonds. How you doing today,
What's up,
sir?
man? That's dope. That's dope. The Company Man, that's the homie too. Joe Button, that's the homie too.
Oh, okay, really? All right, cool. Yeah, enough about them. Anyway,
Yeah.
Doggie, you good? How you doing today?
I'm chilling, man. I'm glad to be here. I always like being on the other side of the interview table.
Oh, really?
Normally I'm sitting on that side
Right.
interviewing somebody, but it's always good when I'm sitting on this side.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. Well, one thing I really don't do as well is I don't ever date my interviews. I always feel like I want my interviews to be timeless.
No, exactly.
So when I talk to people, I don't want to mention what's hot, what's in the news today, and everything like that. But today, I'm in Harlem. I'm in New York.
Yes.
I got a Bed-Stuy brother with me.
Yes.
And today is March 9th.
Yes.
And as we all know, the 21th anniversary of Biggie's passing.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, I wanted to start the podcast off with, what did Biggie mean to you, and what did Biggie mean to Bed-Stuy?
Biggie meant a lot, I think, to the world, but Fat Chris meant more to me than Biggie, because I know Fat Chris is before Biggie. Fat Chris is the kid from the neighborhood that was funny and that could rap, and then Biggie Smalls comes out of Fat Chris, and then Notorious B.I.G. comes out of Biggie Smalls. So just my homeboy that when I was in the crib on the turntables and he was rapping, to me cutting break beats.
Right.
To me getting a studio, pre-production studio in my house in 1993, and him coming to the crib, picking beats to rap to and telling me about his whole Junior Mafia plans and his Little Kim plans and all that, and then just seeing that shit happen.
So was this before the demo, or is this when he got with Puff?
After the demo, little before he got with Puff.
Oh, okay.
And then during when he first got with Puff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, first. I was there around from. He actually recorded Warning demo in my crib.
Really?
There's a demo version of Warning, not the version. You got the album version, but then you have times where you just put the vocals down and you feel the song out. I had that version. He did that version in my house.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this?
Yep.
Me
And my cousin Simbo, actually, he got him to come in and do the damn. Niggas want to stick me for my paper because my cousin has a real deep voice. So yeah, he did that. And when Big was looking for him to go to do it, lay it down in the studio, I don't know what happened. I think Chico couldn't find him or whatever. I forgot how the story happened. But yeah, so this is a neighborhood thing. So the good thing about it and the most crazy thing about it is to see this guy that I've known my whole life morph into this big time superstar rapper that I knew he had the talent to be that, but based off of how he looked, he didn't have a mainstream look. He didn't look like the typical rapper. He wasn't, 170 pounds, 6'2",
Right.
He was
black and ugly as ever.
He looked different,
Yeah.
So just to see him just be like the superstar, that let me know that talent really, really could see you through, and with a little bit of cleanup, because he was cleaned up. When I say clean up, I don't mean like he was dirty, but his image, they was able to create an image visually for him that worked for him.
Yeah, because obviously I'm an outside person looking in, but wasn't it more he wanted to be more of a gangster rapper, and Diddy kind of put him on the whole Juicy track, Big Papa, One More Chance?
Well, that's Diddy, but that's something in the hood that you would do, because that's almost like the breakbeat type thing. Like, it's called a jack. Like, I need to find an old school beat. So you think he did Juicy, then he did the Isley Brothers, Between the Sheets. Like, that's just what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you show. So I think for his image, I think he still was a gangster rapper, for whatever the hell that is. But I still think he was a gangster rapper. But you still got to sell records, though.
Right. At the end
So
of the
he
day.
was trying to find a way to walk the line of being this, live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the live is one, and then to all the ladies in the place with style and grace. You have to be able to walk that line because not too many artists were able to do both. Either you were pop or you were underground. He was like one of the first artists besides like Big Daddy Kane,
Right.
LL Cool J at one point that was able to do both.
Walk the fine line.
Yeah, but Biggie was able to do both like no other because he was able to go all the way underground, all the way back to fucking sewers and quarter waters and dirty, but then also be able to go all the way up to I was gonna say Trump Towers, but fuck him. To
the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
gotcha.
be so that's what made him special and unique. And then again, when you look at him, you like he looked funny, but I like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I try to tell people personality takes you a long way in this business, and a lot of people don't have personality.
I agree.
They are a created personality, and then they have a gimmick with them. But they're not a chameleon. They can't sit in a room and work the room. You got to be, if you a certain way, depending on who you're around, you might not fit in.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
I agree.
You got to be able to go in any room, any setting, and blend right in. You know what I'm saying? Not saying if you in a room with motherfuckers in there drinking blood, you're going to drink blood too. But you're going to be who you are and say,
Right.
yo, I ain't drinking no fucking blood.
Right, no matter what situation
But you're still
you're in,
you.
you're still yourself.
But they're not offended by you being you.
Because they respect you
Exactly.
for who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, it's going on a whole different tangent, but I've always had this theory. It's called multiverse in the Flash, but it's like the multi-world theory, where there's different worlds. Obviously the most easiest way to explain it is there's a rich world and there's a poor world. Like when you're broke, you see the world totally different than when you're rich.
Absolutely.
So there's certain people who have certain personalities that can interact in both those worlds with no problem. Like you can go and hang out with the broke people, like, you're one of them, and you can go, eat fine wine and eat steak and eat lobster.
I'm about to say,
like
you
that.
say eat fine wine.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
how the fuck you eat fine wine?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm tripping. So, but it's just like so I think there's people like Biggie who was able to actually encompass that, where he was able to move in all these different rooms and make a name for himself just being himself.
Yeah.
So that's the dedication to Biggie. Obviously, he's a king of New York, if you will. I heard some stuff about Tekashi 6ix9ine saying the king of New York or whatever, but I was thinking, is there a new king of New York since, Biggie's been gone for a long time? But in my mind, it's just, I'm from Florida. So when it comes to New York rap, I don't listen to a lot of it because I didn't, obviously I grew up with Florida rap, Plies, Rick Ross, Khaled, anybody from, down south. But when I hear the name Biggie, it's just a whole different conversation.
Well, it was at a time where hip hop was just it's been mainstream via Run DMC and Young MC, but it was, like I said, it was always just this way. Then it was all the way pop.
Right.
Biggie was able to stay underground, do songs with the Lox, Mobb Deep, and then do a song with Michael Jackson, Carl Thomas, and Total, and
R. Kelly.
So when you think about the King of New York thing, I think I'll let them explain that one day. But the conception that King of New York had nothing to do with being the King of New York. It had more to do with the movie.
Oh,
See,
okay,
people don't get that. Yeah, people just don't get that. But maybe I'll save that for my podcast to break that down one day. But it had nothing to do with him saying he was the King of New York as far as the king rapper of New York.
Right.
It was more of the movie. That's why he started calling himself Frank White.
Yeah,
it was
Black
more
Frank
of
White,
the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way the movie was. But we'll break that down another time. Yeah, but on another thing, with people running into this King of New York thing, as far as like they're the best rapper of New York, I don't think really nobody could take that claim. I look at me personally, we have different kings. I think we always want to have this universal king.
Right.
So if you're the king, what the fuck am I? Am I a peasant? So sometimes to say you're the king, people are offensive. Like, I call myself, because people call me the interview king.
Right.
It's some people who's going to say, well, you're not the interview king because I did more interviews than you, or I might have interviewed bigger people than you. But then I'm going to look at them and say, yeah, but the quantity doesn't match the quality.
Right.
You know, you might have a quantity of interviews, but like 60 of them wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And then you also might be under a big brand, so that's why you get the viewership.
Right.
I'm indie. It's a difference, you know. So I could make a claim on the king, and then just you might have rappers coming out now that say, yo, I'm the king, I'm doing this shit independent. This person had Bad Boy, he had Puff. I'm doing this all for Dolo, and I'm selling more, so I understand it. I don't think people should fight over that. I think if you feel like you the king, fine. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got Burger King too. You know what I'm saying? You got King Vitamin. You got different kings. They, you know, for whatever it's worth. I don't feel like that's a title that I want to fight people for. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think that's something to fight over because we all kings to a certain extent, you know. But we have to carry ourselves like kings. You can't call yourself a king and you walking around like a damn savage.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing, because when I seen the names they was throwing in the hat, I'm like, so y'all just gonna skip over Fab? Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna skip Jay-Z? Y'all gonna skip Jadakiss? Y'all gonna skip people who definitely, if they want to, you know, stake the claim as king, they come first,
right? And
then you know what I'm saying? But what we have to understand, what the audience has to understand, is that certain buzzwords and the certain topics that people bring up in order to get lit for clout. You know what I'm saying?
That's literally what I thought. And I'm not going to mention...
It's just trolling.
I'm not going to mention his name, obviously, but the whole Tupac where he said Tupac's music was boring. Listen. That's exactly what I was like. He's just trying to get named.
Yeah, I'm like why do we keep reacting? Yeah. But I'm going to tell you why. Why that happens. Nobody really gets punched in their face for that shit.
But not nowadays.
See, I grew up when you said certain thing, you had to be ready to deal with the shit that you said. You know what I'm saying? So if I come... Like you know, you have people who be like, yo, suck my... Where I'm from, that's automatic. You get punched, like, you might not even get the K, the CK out, and the motherfucker done swung on you. You know what I'm saying? So now the internet became the coward's playground, where people say and do all types of shit that they necessarily don't have to live up to because you're never going to see the person.
Right.
I get people who come on my timeline, or they call me all the time. I'll be like, damn, I never in my life had a person stand in my face and call me a bitch or a sucker. I never experienced that.
Right.
I've only experienced that on the internet because I don't carry myself like that. And if you decide that you want to say them things to me, just be ready for what's going to come after that. So now the internet is the place where
no consequences.
Yeah. Not only that, it's like mainly that, but it's like, damn, I'm sitting in the crib. I'm not lit. Nobody's talking about me. I need to come up with something. Mm-hmm. I need to say something that's going to be so radical. I need to say something that to get me lit. So they asking kids who are like 18 about Tupac. He doesn't know about Tupac. Right, Tupac died 22 years ago. How you expect him to know who Tupac is? Mm-hmm. Just like when I was coming up, if you had to ask me who Grandmaster Caz was, I'd be like, I don't know who that is. I don't care. Big Daddy Kane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the only difference was Big Daddy Kane would say Grandmaster Caz.
Correct.
Nowadays, the new artists that you look up to, they don't pass the torch and big up, you know, the people that came before them. They act like everything started with them. Because, you know, everybody's a real nigga. But all the phony dudes stick together, though. Like you'll see, and I don't want to call their names because I don't want to look at them and put them in that phony box. But you'll see a Little Yachty correspond with another rapper that you might think is corny as he is. But at least they correspond and they're willing to work together. They talk. But then you might have a rapper who, he's real. He's a real dude. He don't hang with the other real dudes.
Right.
He don't retweet the other real dudes. He don't. So I said on Twitter the other day, at Doggie Diamonds on Twitter, you gotta admire the unity of the suckers. They stick together. You gotta admire that.
They work together.
They work together like they got this sucker brotherhood, and they stick together. Where the real, the sucker brotherhood, where the real are so real that you're standoffish and you don't work with. Like, who do you help? And then you got your so-called real circle, but then every meme and everything you say is, I'm cutting fake dudes off and like, 2018. I'm like, Yo, hold up. Didn't you have 2 record deals? Didn't you get your shot? Didn't you do videos? Wasn't you on World Star? What are you complaining about?
Right.
It's some people who didn't even get their shot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like when people play the role of the victim after you got your shot.
Right.
Because it's people who get their shot. They get arrogant and cocky. That's why I'm so humble. That's why when you hit me, anybody hit me for an interview, I respond. There's no dude in sweat because I could have.
I mean, you were late. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
Late.
You know, NYC transit is a motherfucker. Even if you drive in New York City right now, it's crazy. But did I not call you a few times to let you know? See, some people just show up at 10 o'clock and be like, "What's good?" You be like, "Motherfucker, you 10 hours late." So
you did.
I just believe in, I believe in from the smallest individual in the room to the largest individual in the room. That's all perception.
That's it.
It's all perception because we fall in love and we fascinated by people who we think have money, right?
Right.
But we never saw that. But we never saw their account. How do we know this person has $1 billion? How do you know? Because somebody told you that.
Right.
It's like when Jay-Z said, arguing over day about who's the greatest MC, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. We wasn't arguing. Jay-Z wasn't in that. He put himself in that. Right. So by putting himself in that, it embedded in our subconscious to say, yeah, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. It was brilliant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens now with perception. You got these dudes. What's the first thing they do? They get a car. They got women because we equate.
Ice.
Yeah, we equate materialism with success.
I agree, 100%.
So they dressing it up nice. So you think, damn, black youngster, he coming, he just after the camera go off, he might give me all my money.
Yeah, I remember.
Give me all that.
It was like a year or two ago. He gave Breakfast Club $1,000 each.
That's just what I'm saying. You really don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, we look at stuff and we be like, damn, yo, he getting bread. He got $1,000 a blow. And you looking at your overhead like, damn, man, my bills is $1,000. Some people phone bill. They done got their whole family on their plan. Their phone bill might be like $700 a month. Right. Cable bill in New York, forget cable bill all over. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So
I do want to ask, why do we why do we like young black men tend to materialize things and we want to have the ice, want to have the cars, want to have the women instead of like me personally? I move like I'm a drug dealer. Like no matter what I do, you're not gonna see what I'm doing until somebody else accidentally posts about it, somebody else boasts about it. So why does new money for young black men mean gotta go get the ice, gotta go get the cars, gotta go get the women?
Because it's the trauma of not having shit. So as soon as you get shit, you think you got shit.
Right.
Now that might sound crazy to some people, but again, we equate materialism with success. So imagine you sitting in the crib, you eating fucking Kennedy chicken, right? No pun intended. You eat Kennedy chicken, right? And then you get a phone call and you're not even nowhere near Kennedy chicken anymore. But the people in the hood who might have didn't believe in you, the people in the hood who might have said you was whack, who shitted on you, they still eating Kennedy chicken. So you're so busy wanting to be vindictive and shit on people. That's why I be saying, like, I don't live my life to get nobody back.
Right.
I'm going to get you back regardless, but I don't have to actually lay a finger on you. My get back to everybody is achieving what I said I was going to do in the first place. It's your fault if you didn't believe in me because I haven't been wrong yet. I've always done everything I wanted to do.
Right.
So what happens is they're so busy trying to shit on people that they're saying, yo, I know you eating a snack box right now. So I'm going to go to one of these big name brand restaurants and order something. I'm going to take a bite of it, say I don't like it and throw it away. But that meal might have been $75. It's all to front. Our thing is, and I'm gonna be all the way real and blunt. It's all nigga shit. It's just nigga shit. Because everybody else who's in the spotlight, from different nationalities and races, not too many races, they don't act like that.
Right.
We act like that because we not used to having shit. So when we get shit, we gotta act like we got shit.
But why do we have to act like that against each other? Like, it's fine if you got a car, but why do you have to, my car is better?
But it's also financed though. Corporate America finances it.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know that there's a strip club budget?
Nope.
So when you see artists and they got like $300 in ones on their neck, the label might have give them that sometimes.
I did not know there's a
That's what I'm
strip
saying.
club
Yeah,
budget.
it's in marketing promotion. It's strip club budgets. There's a budget for everything.
Jeez.
I mean, you have to pay it back, dummy. But
right.
to dress you up, to decorate you, there's things that's created for you. Most of these artists you look at are like GTA. They're a creative player.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Why you think these games are so popular? Think about this game right here that we're looking at, right? You're able to put certain clothes on him. You're able to put whatever gun you want in his hand. He's able to do and be whoever he wants to be in the game. And we just really think that that's a real motherfucker. And we're actually controlling this person. But this person doesn't exist. It's a video game. So now they took the video game image and created real people. So now you got creative players running around in hip hop.
Right.
And they're creative.
Screaming they love it.
Yeah.
And this is it.
But when you ask them to really, really get in depth about hip hop and music and the creation and all the elements that come with it, they can't. They'll say shit like, I can't freestyle. All right. Hip hop as a rapper, when you a rapper and you write, not saying you know how to freestyle, because freestyle originally was off the top.
Right.
But that's called off the top freestyling. Or freestyle could just be a rhyme that you had that you, I'm going to kick this shit, freestyle meaning that there's no beat, a cappella.
Okay.
Or sometimes with a beat. How are you a rapper and you can't freestyle? That don't mean you got to go off the top of that. That means you wrote, listen, as an artist, as a podcaster, whatever you do, when you have this great creation, you cannot wait for the world to see it or hear it.
I agree.
So if you wrote this banging ass rhyme and you don't have a song for it yet, you don't have a beat for it yet, you don't even have a full concept, and you go in a setting and they say kick a freestyle, you can't wait to spit that rhyme. You like, no, I just wrote some shit yesterday.
I agree.
Y'all got to hear this shit. So when a person say, I don't freestyle, I'm like, so kick some written shit. Kick some shit that you already had. And when they say, I don't do that. Rapper's job is to rap. But then that let me know that you're not an MC, because an MC is not always a rapper. An MC is somebody that could take the microphone and just motivate the crowd and move the crowd at any given time. See, that's why they're rappers and not MCs.
Gotcha.
So that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? The MC could grab the mic and be like, Busy B and Love Buzz Starsky, rest in peace. They would just grab the mic and I did a hip, the hip. You know what I'm saying? They would do shit just to get the crowd motivated. That, looking back, like, that shit was rounds is whack as shit.
I saw, and I'm not gonna name any names, but it was in Tampa, where I'm from, obviously. But it's my show, so you know that.
Yeah.
There was a rapper that came to Tampa. I say he's like a B-list rapper. He was in the club, and he performed like 3 of his songs, and then he started performing other artists' songs. And I was thinking to myself, what? Didn't everybody come to pay to see you and do your thing? And then he just started singing along to, Ray Shrimmer or 6ix9ine or whoever. And I was thinking, did other rappers, did they do this back? Because, obviously I'm younger, so did other rappers do this back in the day, back in the early 2000s?
Biz Markie would beatbox like Lottie Dottie and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
It happens.
I guess now, because you got to think even in R&B, motherfucker women, when you ask them to sing, what they always want to sing Sweet Thing and shit. Shaka Khan, like, sing something. Yeah, weak. Like, get the fuck out of here. Anybody can sing that shit. That's a shower shit. Sing some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But, hip-hop where it's at today is just, from my live the other day, I was just like, we hating on the young dudes. You know what I'm saying?
I saw it.
Because for me, things I don't fuck with, I don't fuck with.
Right.
I don't got to tell you what I don't like. I'm not going to go in McDonald's every day and say, I hate this food. Because that don't mean McDonald's is going to go out of business. How do I express displeasure in something? By not fucking with it.
Right. You don't listen to it.
By fucking with something. Like, it's like this when people say, when you stop corresponding with somebody, they did some shit you don't like. And they say, if you ain't fucking with me, let me know. I say, well, I got to fuck with you to let you know I ain't fucking with you. The best way to not fuck with you is by showing you I don't fuck with you. Right. I believe everything is an action. We don't always have to be so verbal. We live in a verbal world because it's like we're trying to convince ourselves of shit. Like when motherfuckers be like, I'm real. And listen, that shit is what it is. You ain't gotta say you real because real is situational. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because real is doing real shit. Like me coming here on the train and it was 2 elderly women, 2 different occasions standing in front of me. And I say, do you want to sit down? That's real shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it was some dudes that's just sitting there like, grandma gonna have to stand the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's all situational. And it's, again, a lot of things is based on perception, upbringing, and the crowd that you're in. I'm from the crowd of when I do some shit that's ill-advised, my older cousins is going to hit me up and say, yo, the fuck is you doing? Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
You wildin'.
You wildin'. So my thing be, yo, who these people OGs be? Because even with my youngins, when they do shit, I be like, yo, you bugging the fuck out right now. You know, even people who's older than me, I be like, yo, you just really put that on the internet? I go, you fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like right now we're just in a free-for-all world. Yo, you got lit. You see how many views it got?
Right.
You know how many likes it got? That shit is a drug to people. And I be like, you really do shit for the views and likes. Now, again, I'm not going to be a hypocrite because, yeah, we do things for the views because the views bring in revenue and all that. But when you just do some boneheaded shit, right. You got motherfuckers who might, I don't want to encourage nobody, so I don't want to say, but they was eating Tide Pods and shit.
Oh,
what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Crazy. Like, what are you doing? What is that for? You know what I'm saying? What is that shit for? You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people do things like that, it's like, all right, obviously you're doing things to be known, but you want to be known for being an asshole. Mm-hmm. But then again, you have famous and you have infamous. That's true. The infamous individual is always the bad guy. Now, we watch Society. The bad guy gets the most love. You know, you got Bane. You got the Dark Knight, Batman. They want to remix shit all the time.
Right. Even take it back to Westerns with Billy the Kid and Bonnie and Clyde.
This is what I'm saying. Everybody loves the bad guy. So this is what society is made up of, because you got the person who invented the light bulb. What they say was Thomas Edison. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get it twisted. And y'all be like, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Say Edison. I don't think he invented the light bulb.
Yes, Edison.
Okay, all right. Let's say he did it. We fucked up.
I graduated. You didn't.
Okay, yeah, that's dope. Yeah, thank you. But I did know that though. All right. So look, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, mm-hmm. right? Then dude come in there, smash the light bulb, dig Edison eye out with the light bulb and eat his eye. Who you gonna remember?
That nigga.
So you got the famous person for inventing it. Then you got the infamous eye gouger, eye eater. This is where we are as a society. That's why people are doing the most for views and clicks, because they say, fuck it. Exposure's the new money. Shout out to Chuck D for saying that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, they know who I am.
That's true.
We had a phase of the A-Towns, the Welvins, where I'm like, with all due respect, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody with special needs, but these motherfuckers is slow. Mm-hmm. And they really getting booked to go to the club.
Yeah, walkthroughs and all that.
And then they stole the boy money. You understand what I'm saying? Like look at what's happening. But people are really sane people, which you can't be sane, paying $20 to see somebody who's not all there, mm-hmm. just to laugh at him though.
Right, he's just popular.
Just to him to wind up on you and say, I got birds. Like this. So me, I just always been the type of person that sit there and look at shit and be like, yo, y'all motherfuckers ain't right. And I refuse to just get into that and be a part of that because I know better. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I refuse to carry myself as a savage, especially when you start moving up in the ladder of your life and maturity, and you just say, yo, man, I'm not going to be sitting around doing nigga shit. I want to be in the stock market. I want my company to be revered as this great company. It's like, who owned Nintendo?
Ooh, I was about to say Mario, but that's probably wrong.
All right, let's say another brand. Who owns
Apple? I was Steve Jobs at one time, right?
We know that. But did you ever see Steve Jobs doing some nigga shit?
Nah.
You ever seen Bill Gates doing some nigga shit?
Not one time.
All right, let's say who owns Samsung?
North Korea or South Korea, one of them.
Well, who's the individual?
Don't know.
But this is what I'm saying. When we own shit, We gotta I'm the biggest boss, and I'm like, yo, real bad boys and real bosses, they low key.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand about the younger ages. Like, I'm the type, I've done, what I'm saying, I've been in a couple of legal endeavors in my day, and I was always taught, don't flash, don't show anything, just, get your money and move on. Get your money and keep it moving. Don't flash. You can flash once you're legal, but when
you flash because your ass want to get robbed.
Yeah, you want to get caught. You want to be in the spotlight. And it's not even getting robbed. It's, oh, I don't like how that nigga moving. Let me go call somebody on him. Let me go sick the people on him.
But you got late bloomers who never had shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Exactly. Some of these dudes never got no box in their life. So now the women is on them. He like, oh my, OMG, like what the? It's. I believe that. I know that. When you take somebody from something and from nothing and give them something, they should go seek therapy automatically, because there's no way I'm going from penny pinching to I could just walk in the store and not even look at the prices.
Right.
I could buy 3 of those, and them shits are $7,000 a piece. Mm-hmm. Psychologically, that has to fuck with you. Right. It would fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an individual right now. I'm not bragging or nothing, not trying to front on nobody, but I could pretty much buy whatever I want. Mm-hmm. But due to my discipline and not having shit longer than I had shit, think how crazy that is, right? I know not to be an idiot, but that also comes from wisdom and doing adult appropriate shit.
Right. But
somebody 17.
Have you fucked up a couple bags and packages?
I fucked up
and
jurry.
Okay,
my name is Doggie Diamonds. I had to have the jewelry. You can't be Doggie Diamonds walking around with silver and shit on. You know what I'm saying? In 2002, I went in the jewelry store and I still got my chain. I still got my watches. I still, you know what I'm saying? But now I walk around with just a little bracelet on, my watch. I still got my earrings. I got all that shit in the crib. I did that before. But it had nothing to do with rap. It was because I like diamonds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's a whole different meaning with my name and all that shit. So it just made sense for my image. But it was all financed by me. But I didn't have a diamond chain and was fucking hungry or homeless. And then I said, well, I got this chain and something happened, I'll pawn it and get the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I always thought was like, no, this is more of an investment. This is collateral to something else. You know what I'm saying? But, with our youth, we so flashy, and then I started saying to myself, I started really thinking, like, even how I engage people on the internet. I'm like, man, I ain't fucking arguing with you. You just want to argue with me so you can screenshot our argument and then say, yeah, I had got into it with this nigga. And I'm like, we didn't get into nothing. Like, I don't know you. I'm not going to lose any sleep, but this is where we at.
Right.
And I'd rather people just say, yo, what's up? What's up? We got more in common than you think.
But to me, it seems like when you're online, and I'm not on social media, as everybody know. If it's not my podcast, and I'm not on social media.
I'm on there.
I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
But at Doggie Diamonds, follow him right now.
On everything. DOGGIE DIAMONDS.
I got a little thing that goes across the
screen. It's right there.
Yeah. But to me, it just seems like you'll have 500 comments, people praising you. Oh, I love you. Yo, you this dope. This changed my life. And then you have that one comment that says, man, fuck you, Doggie Diamonds. You ain't doing shit. Why do people, and even me sometimes, respond to just that one negative comment?
Because you just like, yo, if you went to buy a bunch of apples and there's one apple with a worm in it, you're not going to go to the good apples. You're going to take the worm apple and say, ew, this shit is nasty. We like to see the train wreck. Negativity sells. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we are as a society. Because even I find myself, but see, I'm different. I give that shit back to you. But then I started catching myself. I said, yo, you really have to move different. Again, you can't partake in this nigga shit because motherfuckers are niggas and they don't know that they're niggas. And when I say nigga, that don't mean black people. I just mean the mentality of poverty. This motherfucker looking at me like, yo, this motherfucker got on $300 shades. He got this, he got that. I'm fucking hungry. Fuck him. Instead of him saying, yo, Doggie, could you help me?
Right.
I'm thinking about doing this. I've never told nobody no. Do you know that shit? Ask motherfuckers in my DM. I try to help everybody. I just don't tell people no. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do it or don't want to do it, I can't. But advice is the big. Even if people really listen to me, I've always given advice on everything in life, how to lose weight, different things. I've always given advice. That's shit that people package and do seminars and get thousands of dollars for every entry for. I don't do that shit. It's all I want you to do is hit like, subscribe, and share the video, and I'm giving all this shit to you.
Game.
But you telling me about somebody else shit and they gave you nothing. But that's in the lessons. Why do you love the devil? Because he gives you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people love to be mistreated.
That I agree. 100%.
I'm not the type. You're not gonna piss on my head and say, yo, that's rain. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type that you're gonna mistreat me and I'll be like, where you going? Going over here so these motherfuckers can make me go to the store and treat me like shit. No. I don't like the treatment. I'm out of here, you know. So
right, not to cut you off, but I am.
Dope, because I do this for a living, so you know.
I got you. Just obviously everybody know. Like, I'm a huge fan of yours, so this is not even my episode. This is yours.
Okay, dope.
I've said maybe 10 words the whole episode.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I'm just like, it's like a real live. It's like IG Live with Doggie.
This is Doggie Diamonds, no filter. IG Live. Yep.
But we have reached the end of the show.
Okay.
So I did want to ask. Normally, I end the show with a quote.
Okay.
And geez, I think it's loud. All right. Normally, I end the show with a quote, but when I have a guest, I like to ask, if somebody only listened to the last 3 minutes of the podcast, what would you like for them to take away from this?
I would like for people to take away from even this 3 minutes, and it's not in this 3 minutes because we didn't discuss that, but I do want you to take away from never give up on yourself. If you are feeling down, you're feeling depressed, get help. Suicide is not the answer. Don't hurt somebody else because you're hurting. Get help. You know, I've been there before. I've been in a dark ass place in my life where I thought there was I was like, yo, this is just me. This is just, I just want to kill everybody and just go out in a blaze of glory. But I realized that was wrong, and you get help and you seek help and you go to therapy and you do different things to better yourself and better your mind state. And I think that's why, segueing back into that, I think that's why so many people leave negative comments, because they hurting.
Right.
And they're reaching out. So a punch in the face is equivalent to a hug to them. You know what I'm saying? As strange as that is, you know what I'm saying? Just like how some women, if the guy beats them up, that means he loved them.
Okay, I got
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if they didn't get anything from me, I just want you to know that I never, ever quit. I just don't quit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to quit. I want you to be smart. I want you to be ambitious. I want you to be realistic. And sometimes everybody doesn't have to be the man in the front. Sometimes you got to be the person in the back and to get in the front. Sometimes you got to be in the front and then go in the back. Just know your role. You know what I'm saying? And choose your role wisely and support independent people, because these corporations don't give a fuck about us. So when you have independent podcasts like this, support that. It does not hurt to hit that subscribe button. It does not hurt you to hit that retweet, even though he's not on social network. But
I game around this. I'm not.
Okay. So yeah. So that's the thing. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was on here for a half hour. We did that already.
That's it.
Do you know I could talk for 2 hours straight
I know,
without
I'm
taking
about
a
to
breath?
cut you off again.
Yeah, I could talk for 2 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to chop it up with you. You know what I'm saying? You travel all the way to New York City and you reached out to the fucking king.
Yeah, one of four, man. One of four of the followers.
Yeah,
I didn't even reach out to Joe because that's another reason. But I reached out to you because I was like, if there's anybody in New York that I wanted to get, I wanted to talk to Doggie.
Yeah.
Just because what you put in, it's like it's one of those the most known unknown, because all the top podcasters, all the top people know about you, and they
all my
your
sons.
Name. They've all mentioned you, but it seems like you don't get enough shine, in my opinion. And I don't know your situation. I don't know anything like that. It's just one podcaster to another. But I was like, if I want to talk to anybody in New York, I wanted to be Doggie. So, and
when I say my sons too, I don't mean my juniors. I mean the sun. Like, we all exist in the solar system.
In that whole realm of
skills. Yeah. And it's funny though. Shout out to everybody who do acknowledge me. I just think I'm not arrogant enough. I think if I was more arrogant and ignorant, I would get more shine. But I'm just not in my character. Like one of my homies said to me one day, "Yo, that's just not you." You know what I'm saying? I believe in the work. I got the track. I could show you the work. I don't have to talk about the work. I could show you the work. And I think in the grand scheme of things, when we look back, because I'm still writing my story. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that's happened is the page of the book is getting longer and the movie's getting longer. I'm still writing my story to where I go from wanting to be in somebody else's podcast network to creating my own.
Shout that out.
Yeah, Digital Soapbox Network. You know what I'm
go.
saying? I got Crazy Bone. I got Brandon Browner, a 2-time Super Bowl champion. I got the Goodfellas.
Miko just tweeted about him, right? They
got
an episode?
Miko Grimes. Yeah, just did Brandon Browner episode. You know what I'm saying? I got myself, Doggie Diamonds No Filter. I got the Plug podcast. I got the Mac and Nelly podcast. Shout out to Thoughts Crimes. That's another show that I'm about to work with. And got some other surprises. So, you know, my thing is for me to create opportunities for other people and graduate from being this ignorant dude from Brooklyn to just being somebody that my family could look at and say, yo, he really did it and he didn't never make us look bad. Because sometimes I'll be like, damn, man, your mother looking at you acting like an ass? Your mother okay with that? You know, because my grandmother still...
All right, Doggie, 10 seconds.
Yo, my grandmother still hit me.
10 seconds.
Yeah, so you know, that's what I do. So, yo, what's up? Make sure you follow me on everything. Doggie Diamonds No Filter is my podcast. It's on everything. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, CastBox, TuneIn is on everything. YouTube, Doggie Diamonds TV is my YouTube. I want to thank you for bringing me here. And that's what it is, Doggie Diamonds. I'm out of here. I talk for a living, my bad. Oh yeah, and my merch too, Discipline. Shop doggiediamondstv.com. Cop the hat. Discipline.
And this has been another episode of I Game Around. Once again, rest in peace to Biggie. 21 years later, we're still talking about you like you're still here. So that's been another episode, and we out.
We out of here. Peace.